The Utopian Duelist here, and today I will be showing you my Utopia deck V2, V12 million for me. Actually, I said that last time, 12 million and 1 for me. Alright, so let's get started. The tradition of the Utopia deck, Goblinberg. Great card, great card. Special summons out the butt for this deck. This deck is twice as fast, maybe 3 times as fast as the deck I uploaded before regionals, because I got a lot of cards there. I got a lot of tips from a lot of spam deck pros down there, and I know how to run the deck a little better now. Alright, 3 performance hat trigger, great card. If I draw a Goblinberg and like a Lila, I definitely want hat trigger to be in my hand. That's why I run it at 3. Or even if I do a Kage to Kage and Lila, I want hat trigger to be in my hand. Although, really, that's for first turn plays. If your opponent has a monster, more than one monster on the field, and this is all you draw, this and a Lila, you can still special summon this because it's 2 monsters on the field. Lila at 3 to pop a spell, and plus if I special summon it, off an effect, it you change it to defense, pop a spell. It's in defense already, just in case anything bad happens. Along with, you got a spellcaster for Kage, or not Kage to Kage, King of Fair Limbs effect. Then you have Summoner Monk. Kind of another tradition. This one's more of the tradition of the rank 4 toolbox deck. Summoner Monk, pretty much everyone knows the effect of it. You drop a spell and special summon one monster from the deck. I like to target Hat Trigger, just because after I use this for a special summon, I can go Kage to Kage. With it, discard Hat Trigger to the graveyard, Hat Trigger effect kick in, pay 1,000 life points, special summon, then Kage to Kage's effect, or not Kage to Kage, King of Fair Limbs effect would fire, and then I would search the deck for the Gigabyte, which is the next card, Gigabyte at 3, and then I'd already have 2 King of the Fair Limbs, or King of the Fair Limbs and a Utopia, just depending on what I drew. 2 Fire Hand and 2 Ice Hand. Helps with the plays. You don't want to use it for a special summon if you have to. You want to save it for a defensive card, because you want to be able to set that Ice Hand or Fire Hand. We'll go with Fire Hand, for instance. They attack it, flip, destroy a monster they control, hits the graveyard, special summon, Ice Hand, and then flip, pop a spell, special summon Fire Hand in defense. They attack it, pop a monster, special summon Ice Hand. You can go like that all day. And if they do end up leaving one behind, you have a level 4 already on the board for next turn. So that helps a lot. And then we have the 2 Tin Goldfish. It's at 2 now because I finally got another copy. Yay. Photon Thrasher, which is most of the time it's your target for Rhoda, because you don't want to draw it if you have a full field. It's kind of a dead draw then. That's why I always target it with Rhoda, because I want to get those out of the deck as soon as possible so I don't draw them later. 4-Mage Hat Trigger, as I was saying before, if you only have 2 monsters, and this is one of them, like if you're using Summoner Monk, special summon this from the deck, because Kage to Kage, or not Kage, I keep saying Kage to Kage, King of Fair Limbs effect, discard this card specifically, hits the graveyard before King of Fair Limbs effect even fires. You can pay 1,000, special summon this back to the field. I would special summon in defense, just in case anything bad happens. And then you search the Gigabyte, and special summon that, and there's your Utopia, and you got a Gigabyte. Or you can go another level 4 that's not a whatever, and use F-Zero, so that works as well. And then 1 Kage to Kage. The card I've been saying for 30 minutes instead of King of Fair Limbs. Now, Kage to Kage could become a Masked Chameleon in the future if I can get my hands on a copy, or I could leave Kage to Kage in because it special summons and take something like crap, I'm trying to think of a useless card in the deck. Maybe take Lila down 1, or something like that. Yeah, probably Lila. But anyway, those are the monsters. Now we move on to the spells. Alright, so 3 rank ups Numeron I can't speak today. Rank up Magic Numeron Force. Now I run 3 because it's a good card. I mean, it negates everything on the field. If your opponent has a stacked field and you play this, you're pretty much gold, because everyone's effect is negated. This card even works against Monarchs if you play it right, because it negates all of their effects. Every single effect on the field, all at once. It negates your effects too, but most of the time with this deck, you don't have a lot of effects that you need to worry about. Most of the time, you have a lightning out, you've already used 2 overlay units off it, and you want to go for Ray V or something like that, or Utopic Dragon. Or actually, you would drop this for Utopic Dragon, but Ray V. And it's going to negate Utopia the Lightning's effect of not being able to activate card effects when it battles, but oh well, you still get to pop monsters, do their battle damage, and then attack again with it anyway if they got a clear field. But I only run 2 targets for it, which would be Utopic Dragon and Ray V. Just because I feel those are the 2, well, really only the 2 good ones that there is. Victory is pretty much, Lightning is pretty much just a bigger version of Victory. But anyway, X-Exchange Tactics. Now guys, don't be afraid to pay life points in this deck, because I've won a lot of duels by paying a bunch of life points with this card on the board and just beating the crap out of people with monsters. Just like 2 Lightnings, a Ray V, a Utopic Dragon, everything. Just beat the crap out of people. That's all you gotta do with this deck. Just master it. 1 Sukumo Slash. I love this card so much. I can basically summon a... Let's take Hat Trigger for example. Let's say my opponent has a Blue Eyes, and I have 1,000 life points left, and he used like a couple upstart goblins, and he's been killing me severely, and he's at like 10,000. Attack, my turn. This is on my turn, so I would play it from the hand, or I can flip it, whatever. And basically, I gain the difference between our life points. So this monster gains 9,000 attack, right to the Blue Eyes' face. And it gains it. It doesn't become it, it gains it. So it's going to be 10,600. So, yeah, that's just my example. But, yeah. Anyway. I run 1 Instant Fusion for Norden. Now, this could change in the future, because there are rumors of Norden and Instant Fusion getting hit in the next ban list. I'm not totally sure about any of that, so I hope it doesn't. I like it in the deck. It helps just with my combos and stuff. 1 Rhoda, because that's all you can play. If you could play more, that'd be amazing. Rising Sun Slash. I brought the card back. I took it out for a little while, but now I have room in the deck for it, and it's a good card to save Lightning, actually, against card effects, because it really helps. 1 Xyz Reborn, to bring back Xyz monsters. You normally want to target a normal Utopia for that effect, just to save your butt. Scrap Iron Scarecrow for protection. Breakthrough Skill to negate effects. Time Space Trap Hole, Trapix Trap Hole Nightmare, and Bottomless Trap Hole, all for Reflatia and their effects when you don't have Reflatia on the field. A Quaking Mirror Force. Yeah, I finally got one. Dimensional Prison. And that's the traps. Alright, so... or spells and traps. Now we move on to the extra deck. I love this sleeve so much. I got this off of Malcolm with the card the other day, so... if you're not seeing any of these cards, you are not seeing any of these cards, because I kind of did it backwards because I wanted to put the sleeve on top. Anyway, 3 Utopia. It's a Utopia deck. If you're going to run a Utopia deck, I see people run 1 or 2 of them in a Utopia deck, and if you only run 1 or 2, it's not a Utopia deck anymore. I mean, you can't get that many combos off of 1 Utopia. Anyway, 2 Lightning, because Lightning is an amazing card. It's pretty broken. Utopia Ray V, because I can pop cards very, very easily, and it's very, very fun. And you do a lot of effect damage that way. Utopic Dragon, because it's unaffected by monster effects, and I can summon old Utopias from my graveyard and rank up off them, or go into lightning off them, just because I can, because I'm awesome. I'm going to put that near the bottom, actually. 2 King of Feral Imps. Now, what you do, when you do a double King of Feral Imps, most of the time, unless you're dueling against a weaker opponent, those are going to be gone after first turn, so you're pretty much only going to, even though you can use their effect twice, because they have 2 overlay units, 2 level 4s, you're normally only going to get the once per turn, because normally next turn they're gone. If they're still there, you're kind of lucky. That's why sometimes I special, like if I'm going to get somebody really good, I special summon in defense, just because I know they're going to attack them because they're only 23. But after you do that, I normally would go into Utopic Future off those 2, just because they're going to die anyway. And Utopic Future is a good defensive card. 1 Heartland Draco. I could have won a lot of duels with this at Regionals. It would have helped me a lot. Just because 2 level 4s, special summon, 2000 direct. I mean, a lot of the duels were just that close. Reflatia for all the traps in the deck, and plus it's a good defensive card. Guys, don't start with Utopia the Lightning. It's not a good idea. First, if you go first, do not go Utopia the Lightning, because it's pretty much gone next turn, unless your opponent just sucks at Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, second turn, if you go second, it's more okay, because normally your opponent already has all their stuff on the board, and you can just plow right through them with Lightning. But if you're going first turn, just summon a regular Utopia in defense, or Reflatia in defense. And the reason why I say Utopia in defense, I know it can negate, but I've seen people who have negated Utopia's effects, so might as well keep it in defense for good, safe measures, you know? Alright, so then 1 Castel, the Sky Blaster Musketeer. Number 101, Silent Honor Arc. Those 2 cards are just to get things off the board, especially the things that annoy me. And believe me, a lot of cards annoy me. And then 1 Norden for the Instant Fusion. Alright, so that's the extra deck, because extra decks are cool. Alright, so now the side deck. I run 2 number S39 Utopia Prime. I took these and put them in the side deck recently, like a few minutes ago, because I've been meaning to do it. I just haven't done it, because I would rather run Utopic Dragon and a second King of Feral Imps than have an extra set of overlay units. Because what you're going to do, basically, when you summon a Utopia the Lightning, you're going to have Utopia, and then Utopia Prime. That way you have those 2 overlay units. So then you would go into Lightning. Now, that means you can use Lightning's attack effect with the 5000 twice. But I took it out because I don't seem to find my cards staying, like my Lightning staying on the field that long most of the time. Because really good players know, get them off the board fast, or you're probably going to die. Because once they lose their turn effect, or their battle effect with the 5000, they're kind of vulnerable, because a lot of monsters nowadays can get over 25 attack. 1 Steel Swarm Roach for level 5 special summons. A Dark Rebellion. Now, I side this in and out of the deck a lot, just because if my opponent runs a power deck, it's good for cutting their monsters down. Beat the crap out of them with it. I beat the crap out of people with just Dark Rebellion, because they don't know how to get around it. 1 Violent Zigma, because Violent Zigma has a great effect. The only reason I don't main deck it is because it requires 3 level 4s, and I don't like doing that a lot. Because it's a little bit more risky in the plays. Although sometimes I do have 3 monsters left over, although most of the time the one I leave, like just after everything, is probably a fire or ice hand. So yeah, 1 Abyss Dweller for graveyard effects. Trapeze Magician is side decked now because its effect is good, but it's not worth like doing it if you don't need it. A Black Rose and Red Dragon Archfiend, because I run Junk Charger in the side deck. A Double or Nothing, because I have room. 2 level limit area Bs, because, well, they're great against levels decks, because sure, your level 4s are going to go into defense when you special summon them, but who cares? You're going into a rank anyway, and ranks count as level 0, so those are in attack position. So those are great for the Xyz deck. I used to run Gravity Bind until one of my friends that I met at locals, like the locals games up in Tahlequah, told me about Level 1 Area B. I knew about it, but I hadn't even thought about it before. So Scapegoat, because I have room and it's a good little butt saving card if I need it. Master Restricts for decks like Monarchs and that kind of thing, just decks that tribute a lot. And then my Junk Charger, which can be a level 4, 3, or 2, so it's good for synchros. And if I don't want to synchro summon yet, like it's first turn I draw this, I don't want to Black Rose already. I mean, it's just stupid. But I can't summon off it either, right? No. Because its effect, target one junk monster and increase its level by 1 or reduce its level by 1. So I can make it a level 4, so I can still XE summon. Magic. But anyway, guys, that was my Utopia deck. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for all your support on the videos. I recently got my new banner up. For the channel, and I got some better quality crap on there, and it looks pretty now. So, anyway, guys, thanks for the support. Like and subscribe. You know the rest. Bye.